Hi again. I'm going to make a quick video on helping your kids with blending. So if you are having, if your kids know all their letters and sounds and they're struggling with that blending part where everything is like, so for the word bed, if they're like, b, d, b, and they just can't put it together. One of the things that's really important is for kids to be able to do that blending just auditorily or just with sounds without the letters in front of them. So I'm going to show you, this is something that we worked on today, and you can actually do this with little guys. And then for kids that have a hard time blending at the upper grades, you can make these longer. So I have here some carpets, or not, I keep calling them carpet squares. They're actually felt squares. So you can start really simply with just two sounds. So you can go up, okay? Then you can go to more than that. So let's do at, sat. And one of the things I'm noticing with kindergartners and some of my first graders too is that they have all the sounds, and then when they blend them together, they either leave some out or they put a whole nother sound in. So you can also do, and you can do this. You don't have to have felt squares. You can do this with coins. You can do this with beans. You can do this with toys. You can do this with any object, but you want one to represent each sound. So if I'm doing the word shop, I would go sh, ah, p. And if they can't say then shop, you can also go sh, ah, shaw, p, shaw, p, shop. Okay. If you don't have anything, you don't really need anything. You can do this with your hands. You can do this with their brains, and just do this. It's a great activity for the car, for just any old time where you're just giving them the sounds and then having them blended in to make words. So let's just do it with our hands. Okay. So if I'm going to give you the word train, I would go, okay. So I'm going to give you some sounds. T, a, n, t, a, tray, train. Okay, and obviously you're going to want to start with, they need to be able to do two sound words first, then add a third sound and do three sound words. And for big kids, I mean, today I'm having kids get up with five sound, seven sounds, and it's partly an activity of blending, but also it's a very good activity for holding thoughts in your head and working memory and being able to use those, put those sounds together and hold on to that. There are other games that you can play with phonemic awareness, and you don't need stuff to do it. You can just do it in your head. So, for example, for big kids, you can go, okay, the word is sh, I, p. What's the word? Ship. Okay, hold on to that word, ship. Now I want you to take out the I and put an ah in there. What's the new word? Shop. Okay, and you can do that. Any words work, and it is something that if you are noticing with your kids that they are just struggling to blend, it's just painfully slow. Do it auditorily without letters and sounds, and make it a game and play and get better and better at it. So start with smaller words, see how much you can challenge them. Another one, so we had the word shop that we just did. So the word is shop. So if you already had that, you did shop, and they said shop. Okay, take off the p and put a t. Now what do you have? Shot. Okay, now the word is shot. Take off the sh and put a p. What do you have now? Now the word is pot. Okay, so in my YouTube channel, which I'm downloading this to, some of you guys are really having a hard time. You're having access denied on my Screencastify. So I'm just always know that I'm downloading all of these to my YouTube channel, and you can just go onto YouTube and do a search of Megan Castillo Reading or Miss Castillo's Reading Corner, and it's going to pop up. All of my newest videos will pop up first. They should. And then also, if you just go to playlists, then you can go pick out read alouds. You can pick out Letter Town. You can pick out my phonics and phoneme sequence, and all of the letters and sounds are there. There's a bunch of stuff there. There's getting to be an awful lot on there. So it's helpful if you know exactly where you want to go and you go to playlists and choose from there. But I hope you have a great weekend. And Rightfully so. It's confusing. I said we were going to do book bags every Friday. Last Friday, I got pulled out to substitute. So I went ahead. I had them on Thursday. I had them bring their book bags, or for a lot of them, I just made them new book bags and sent them home. I would love it if book bags always came back on Fridays, and I was able to reload them. But I was afraid yesterday that I was going to get pulled to substitute because I have on multiple Fridays. And so that's why I sent it home. Just know, please give grace, as I'm, I'm doing the best I can to try to make sure that there's content every week that kids have access to and that you do. And if ever they bring their book bag back with feedback, doesn't matter what day of the week it is, they're always going to get a prize, and I will try to load it with new things. So I would love to say it's a Friday to Friday thing. It just hasn't worked out that well because of being pulled out for both WIDA testing and for substituting. And so, just if it seems confusing, I'm not trying to intentionally be confusing. I'm just trying to give them support and materials whenever I see them. So have a great weekend. And please, I really appreciate the feedback that's coming back on both the papers, and then giving them the prize for that, but also sending me a message back on Remind comes directly to my cell phone, which is super helpful, and then I can respond. Have a great weekend. And again, I really appreciate you guys. I'm hearing that kids are loving reading at home, and I am noticing that for kids that are working at home, they are doing so much better. And so, it's we can make some progress by just working with them at school, but we can double and triple and quadruple the progress that they make by following through. Some of your kids too, I'm trying to add support so that they are getting multiple doses a day of a quick 10 minutes with somebody else. We're just trying to wrap those services around kids and get kids the very best reading growth that we possibly can, as we are in the almost last third of the school year. So again, have a great weekend. Thank you for all your support.